Hey, shalom, shalom, all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Kadash, and Abuhanat Zelda, and the apostles of the Mason who well. A peace, a blessing, and salutation to Akim who are pushing his truth to the four winds of the heaven, being on the far front of the spiritual war, and to make sure Jerusalem is established as a praise here on yes again, as in the days of old. So, welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to touch on the ancient manners and custom, and specifically in what is commonly known as bride kidnapping. There's something known as bride kidnapping. Then, before I go into that subject, there was one video that Apostle Taha have done concerning a father selling his own daughter, man. And then I've been into Eastern movie a lot, man. I don't really like Hollywood movie, so I am into Eastern movie, the Chinese movie, all the way to the East, basically, man. She as Korean movie, or especially historical, man. And I have seen that practice among the Eastern Hemisphere. She a father, let's say, and it was always during famines, man, and the distress. A father can say his daughter, man, because your daughter is your property, your wife is your property. Like how our beloved father Abraham, man, he used Sarah as a pound, man. And when he was in Egypt, man, because Sarah was his property, man. You see, he used him to escape. He used her to escape, man. Those were some practice back in the ancient world, man. So in today's lesson, we are going to talk about the bride kidnapping, man. Actually, I grew up in a society which practice bride kidnapping. It is not something I read in a magazine or a newspaper or whatever, man. I actually have see brothers who have done that and they have gotten wives through that. I had this one, I think he was a brother of my friend. And back then we were little kids, and they were young men, man, teenager. And when we were let's say we were 7 years old, they were a teenager. They were at that age where you see you hit puberty, you start having see you desire women and start having sex at that age, man. And you hit puberty, I see. And they used to get women through what we call bride kidnapping. And I have done that, but when we were growing up, it started going out of style. So I didn't practice that to the full extent. I practiced that when I was a kid. I practiced that. I didn't practice that when I was a teenager. I practiced that when I was a kid, man. During grade school, I think I was grade 4. I started doing that in grade 4, man. I was in grade 4. I was not yet. I hit puberty later, but we used to practice that. I remember the teacher hitting me for that, man. I got called to the office, and it was a big problem. But we used to do that. You see, we used to do that. Bride kidnapping, man. It is a really thing, man, and that's why Deuteronomy 22 and 28. This I have lived this scripture, man. Deuteronomy 22 and 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold of her, and lie with her, and they be found. See? But in a society I grew up, it was not like this. It was It was, what can I tell you, man? It was a normal thing. It is not strange. And actually, women be looking to be kidnapped, man. To be bride kidnapped. And in my native tongue, we call it chagulaga. And it always happen in festivals. You see, you don't just go outside and start grabbing women. No, it is a special event, man. It happens in festivals. When women and men hit puberty, there is these different festivals. You go to these festivals, and they are not like this heathenistic festival, because I grew up among Jakes and pure Jake, no Hamite, man, no Hamite. You see, I grew up in a community of Jakes, man, pure Jakes, man. And when a Hamite come around, he come as a stranger. You see, we don't mix like that with Hamite, like how you brothers in America think. We don't mix with Hamite, man. We live in different community. And if there is Hamite, there are very few, like one. Let's say you are 800 Jakes and two Hamite communities like that. You can't really count like living with Hamite, man. I grew up with Jake, and women used to look forward to be kidnapped. They enjoy, man. Women enjoy that, man. Women like that, man. Come on, bro. Women, and you actually have brothers who think women don't like sex, man. Women like sex more than men. That's another thing. If you don't know, man, you see. And if you have a woman who seems like he doesn't like to have sex a lot, man, you just know, man, he's cheating on you, man. I don't like to have sex. Come on now, man. Give me a break, man. See, and women look forward to something, see, something. There is that word, extreme. Something extreme, man, but not too extreme to the point that it come out like bugged out. And as this bride kidnapping is a good thing. It is enjoyable. I did that. I did that grabbing when I was in grade 4. I told you, grade 4 was the way, man. We used to grab up women. They were laughing and giggling, man. And the women, man, really women. And let us talk about really women. When let's say you approach a woman, and I had my first woman, actually, and she was a virgin too. When you approach a really woman, a virgin woman, who grew up under this ancient manners and a custom, when you go with her to bed, he ain't gonna lay down here and come on the top. You need to grab her, man. Let's say when you manage to get her into your room, it is a very hard thing to manage to get a woman into a room. And if you manage to get a woman into a room, when she reaches into your room, she stay on a corner somewhere, on a corner of your, let's say, of your room. You need to get her there to your bed. How are you gonna do that? You need to grab her, man. I have done that, man. I am a living example. I have done that. And if you are not a real man, you ain't gonna get that puss. If you have, let's say, you have premature ejaculation, you have erectile dysfunction, or you come too faster, and when you lay her on the bed, you need to overpower her until you penetrate her. Is not an easy thing. That's what Deuteronomy 22 and 28 was going to, man. It was talking about a different thing, man. It was talking about that situation. It was talking about when a man actually grab a woman in the field, a woman who is not betrothed, You can lie to a woman and make her come into your room and grab her. You see, and that was a thing back in the ancient world. Do you think in the ancient world a woman will just come to your room and he lay all the way into your bed, waiting for you to come on the top, or she come on your top? Certain women, they started taking off their clothes on a living room. No, yeah, come on, bro. See, I grew up in a society where I have to grab a woman to take off her clothes. You see, to take off her clothes until I penetrate her, man. You need to, if you are lazy, you ain't gonna get that, man. You see, and there are certain things in which I don't know how to put them in English so that you can understand. You see, my English is limited, man. You see, you need to grab her and put her on the bed, man. The woman, you speed her size. It's not an easy thing. You use the force, man. While grabbing his hand, man, he's struggling against you. You see, a virgin woman is struggling against you, man. You see, and then when you are less, man, he put back the clothes. You ain't gonna get that pussy. You will be looking at that woman. She gonna go out, and then you ain't gonna get her again. You see, so I grew up in a society where, man, you need to be really like, you act like a lion, man. She ain't gonna get nothing without being like a lion, man. You grab her, man. You take her by force, man. Deuteronomy 22 and 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and a lay hold on her, and a lie with her, and they be found, see, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he has humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. And back in the day, it was like that. If you were found, you needed to get married to that woman, man. So I grew up in bride. Not only I grew up in bride kidnapping, I have done it. and as a woman, I did it too. It's not like I grabbed him on a field. No, she was my girlfriend. I told you this was my first girlfriend. I think I was 14 years old, 15 years old. You see, I had sex when I was 15 years old, I think, my first sex. And I was in a relationship with this woman for, I say, for 2 years. Then at the end of the second year, and I think it was in the field, man. But I did not force her. We were in a relationship. And when we went, I finally got her to come around, man, to have sex. When we reached at that particular field to have sex, she just stood there. So I needed to do what I have to do, man. Grab her, man, put her down, man. Take the closest, man. He was struggling, man. See? And then she was beautiful too. A virgin, man. Very, very beautiful, man. Yeah, see, come on, man. Come on, bro. See? Don't get me started, man. Yeah. I remember certain things in which, like now, we don't do that. We don't do that. Right now, even over here in Tanzania, it is westernized. We don't do that, man. Mm-hmm. See, we don't do that over here in Africa, man. I miss those time, man. You see, this is Judges 21 and 19. Then they said, behold, there is a feast of the Lord in Shiloh, here in a place which on the north side of Bethel. So we used to have this feast. You see, we used to have this feast, and we still have them, man. But like now, society have changed. You can't do that anymore. And I laid with this woman on the field. I think it was back in 2008. It was way, way, way back, 2008, I think. And You see? I grabbed her, man. I grabbed her. Come on, bro. You see? On the east side of the highway that goes up to Bethel, to Shechem, and out of the south of Lebanon. Therefore, they commanded the children of Benjamin, saying, go in a line, wait in the vineyard. When I was in grade 4, I used to do that. You see? And back then, I was not really a man, so you can't have sex. You just grab the girl and they start, let's say, praying with her, man. She'd be like, let me go, let me go. When she say, let me go, it doesn't mean you actually let her go, man. She's enjoying, man. Come on, man. And behold, if a daughter of Shiloh come out to dance when I was in grade 4, I was rebellious, man. I actually hit this one girl, man. See, I hit her, and it was like, come on, man. Don't get me started, man. Then came ye out of the vineyard and catch you every man his wife of the daughter of Shiloh and go to the land of Benjamin, man. She's your wife, man. That's bride kidnapping. I have actually done this. I have done this. You get yourself a virgin woman. Do you think a virgin woman will come all the way to your crib, man? You think a virgin woman, and even in America, you have this, you can actually have a virgin woman, but she's still counterfeit because of the thing you watch in the movie. You can have a biological virgin in America, and now let's say she's 15 years old, but she's still a counterfeit. An actual virgin woman, he ain't gonna come to your crib, man. Come on, man. You see, it take, let's say, even if they do, like now they do that, but you have at least to take like 1 year or 2 years, man, of convincing her and talking to her, man. You see, a virgin woman, actually, a virgin woman, let's say you invite, this year, I had that, man, this virgin woman. I didn't sleep with her, but I invited her to a meal. We are having a meal. She couldn't even eat. She couldn't even look me in the eyes, man. She was always looking down, putting, let's say, a hand to his eyes, man. You see? Shame-faced, man. Really shame-faced, man. And shy, too. You see? The virgin you have in America, those are counterfeit, man. Everything is tainted in America, man. You see? To have sex with a virgin, you need to struggle, man. You need to penetrate a virgin. It's not an easy thing, man. Come on, bro. See? It's not an easy thing. See? So, let me stop my rambling, man. To the next.